Welcome all. So yes, supernatural case which was unsolved, and I'm talking about one of the cases today so that I can give you an example that how things happen drastically in the supernatural world also, and how some people try to take advantage of the fact as well. So let's get started. So see, this is a real story that I'm talking about, a case which came to us long back, years back I'm talking about, and I think I mentioned this story in one of my books. Now which particular book I really don't remember, but people who have read all my books, which are 5 or 6 of them, they would maybe remember this story, and people who are not aware of it, they can hear it right now. So there was a guy in starting of the 30s who contacted the team by the Gmail, writing a mail to the team saying that there is one woman entity which comes in his dream and is trying to kill him, by having a knife in the hand, and is trying to scare him, and he is really having these kind of nightmares every night, and it has become impossible for him to just be normal once he goes through this dream in the night. And he says the dream is so real that now he's just fed up, and it's not any of the illusions that he's having. He's sure that there is something going wrong with him, and his life should be saved, and he was completely scared and shattered, and he was saying that I wish I could speak to Guru Didi once, and I'm really tensed and all of that. So as usual, the team said, get the case study done. And he said, I can give you any amount of money. I own this institute, and it's a very famous institute in Delhi that I'm talking about. He was the son of that owner of the institute. I would not name that institute, but a very, very well known institute in Delhi. Okay, so basically he was trying to say that I can spend any amount of money, just get me out of this nonsense which is happening, because I am dead scared. So then the team of course said that it's not about money. The first step is the case study. You need to go through it. So give your photograph, the details, time of birth, all of that the team tells everyone. The format of the case study basically he was supposed to follow. So we also told him that you tell us that from when you started getting these dreams, and all those details we had asked him, and he had mentioned all that in the mail after we had these questions from him. So now the twist of the story comes here. Once the case study was done for him, it was just the opposite to what he was claiming and saying to us. Basically, he was trying to misguide us as healers, or as supernatural investigators, or healers, or any word you can call supernatural coaches, or people who are into the occult sciences. He had approached many people before us also, and he said for a couple of days he feels relieved also, but then again this dream starts. So but when we did the case study, we got to know that the story is absolutely opposite. This guy in fact was the culprit. Yes, of course, there was an entity which was troubling him. There was a girl's entity, a young girl's entity, which was finding a way how to make sure that he is no more. A life attack was there on him, and in the starting of the scenario she was trying to scare him, and that entity was not attacking him directly. This entity was trying to scare the hell out of him first of all, and then make sure that he goes through that mental torture and that mental struggle. So when we did the case study, we realized that this was the same guy that who had physically abused this girl, and in fact made sure that she dies after that. I know it becomes a very scary and a very dramatic story, but then yes, dramatic things do happen in this world as well. It's not that it's only shown in the movies. Movies also have some sort of themes and the realistic things and the meanings attached, that what is happening in today's world. So that's exactly what had happened. And then she was completely thrown out of his life, and in fact she was no more after that. So there's certain things I cannot disclose on YouTube, but people who are sensible enough can understand that she had to basically end her life, or her life was ended because of this scenario, and she was physically abused. When I said that she was raped many times by that guy, and um, this was a very horrifying thing. And through the case study, we got to know about this, that now when she has come back in this supernatural form towards him, he's just trying to save his ass somehow. And this is something that is just not acceptable. And moreover, he did not have any guilt about it. See, if he would have come with a honest opinion, no matter this, his deed was just not to be tolerated, but still, if he would have come with an approach of that, yes, I'm guilty and I really want, this was my fault and I want to do something about it, we'd have still thought about it. I'm not sure that whether we'd have taken up the case or not, but still thought about it through that poor girl's point of view, that she is not getting the mukti and she is not going to the dimension that she needs to be after human life. But here he was trying to misguide us and tell us that there is some entity which is troubling him and we should be safeguarding him. Basically, he was trying to tell us that there is some evil entity who is just by no means, it's troubling him and he needs to be safe from her. So when we got to know about this, we told the team that, I told the team that, write this mail back to this guy and say that this is exactly what his truth is. We have got to know about it, and this case will remain unsolved. We will not take up his case, and this is not the question of his money that he's trying to tell us that I own this big institute, my father owns this big institute. It's not going to work like this, because the truth is right in front of us, and we will not entertain someone who has become or had become such a big misery in someone's life that her life ended. And that also in the most pathetic and inhuman way. And the moment this mail went to him, there was this call which never came back to us. And so this video is also for many new healers and people who are into this work of occult sciences, that it gets very important for us. It becomes a responsibility for us that, whatever the other person is saying, just don't blindly believe it, because you never know that maybe the person who's coming, for help towards you, it's someone who is really clever and cunning and is making sure that he or she gets saved, but you conduct a wrong karma which you're not even aware of, that what you're doing. You're thinking you're helping that person, but actually you're not helping that person. That person is being dishonest and making sure that he tricks you. So be very alert and aware of that, which case you take up, So this is when I say that unsolved supernatural case, because there was nothing to solve in it. There was nothing, when this case was something that no honest person would have taken up, seeing the status that how cunning and clever again this guy is just not getting out of that structure in his mind from this cleverness and the cunningness. So no help will be given to such people. So that's about it. And people who I think are facing these kind of problems, especially the healers and all, you should be very strict enough not to take up these kind of cases. Never do wrong with anyone, even if it's going to be your responsibility that if you do something like this, that why you did not check the case properly, and your karmic things can actually get spoiled because of this nonsense of some other people who try to act smart. Okay, so I just wanted to update you people that these kind of people also do exist, and you have to be very, very sure and alert as healers as well in today's Kalyug times. So that's about it. I'll see you next week with another topic. Till then, goodbye and Jai Ma Kali.